Well, it has been a bit. Been about a month and a half?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been like 2 months now since we recorded.
So we can stop saying we record ahead of time, because now we're on time.
Oh, we definitely don't record ahead of time
now. It's as if this was yet. You know what? It's Wednesday for all y'all listeners, for all you don't knowing. Anyways, I missed you. I've missed you a lot. Some big life events for me have happened.
Yes, do you want to share with the listeners?
I have a baby.
Baby! She's a mommy!
And one of the secrets that I think is relevant to this crew is that I named my beautiful magical baby after Katie. Folks! Surprise of the century! Didn't see it coming!
No, I didn't see. I'm getting emotional just like thinking about it. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm like, I'm also I've got a cold too. Let's point that out now.
Not a COVID cold.
It's not COVID. Don't blame it on Katie's bad editing. It's a cold, and you're going to deal with it, because we all know I'm not going to edit it out. However, I am also emotional, because when Bridget told me that, I literally cried. I think you told me that. You sent it to me at night, but I was already asleep, and then it was the morning, and I was driving to work, and then I cried on my way to work. And then every time someone asked me about my sister and her baby, then I told them that story, and then I cried again. So, it's a lot of emotions, but I'm so flattered. That was really sweet. I didn't expect that.
I don't know. We love the name, and I love you, and there we go. And I thought, how cool. So, obviously, no pressure, but when you have a baby, it should be Bridget. No, I'm kidding.
It's only fair.
Honestly,
and screw our sister Mary. So.
Okay, wait, but I have to tell you something that I have not shared with you yet, and you're going to freaking die.
Okay.
So every time you think about naming a kid, you go through all these scenarios. You think of a name and you're like, who did I hate in middle school with that name? You think of the rhymes. You think of how they could be made fun of. You think of the initials. You think of how it, like, is there like a funny song they could do with the last name, middle name, whatever. But the one thing, Kate, I did not think about is as I was writing thank you cards, post-baby, everyone's so generous. They send you stuff. And I was like, wow, here's my thank you cards. And I go to sign the thank you cards. And as you know, my husband has the same name as our brother. And now I named my baby after you. So it is signed. Basically, Bridget, James, and Kate, and every family member I sent that to, I thought, oh my God, they must think, why the hell is she signing you with her siblings?
And I'm there too, always.
So I texted a bunch of my friends and I was like, I have a very specific problem. I need this fixed. And they came up with the fact that I should always write baby Kate so that they never think of you.
I was gonna say, or like her last name's gonna be different. It's not.
Yeah. But I'm not writing that in a thank you card. I'm not writing the last name. But when I saw those all, I was like, I mean, do I have to have another kid and name it Mary? Like at this point, do I need to really commit to the joke? Or do I just give it up?
Oh my God.
How freaking hilarious is that?
Honestly, whoever my future husband ends up being, I'm going to say this right now in the airwaves, a lot of the names that I tend to like are names of dogs I used to know. So one in particular was an overweight bulldog named Gracie, who was a queen.
Wow.
And all the boy dogs loved her, and she was like, get the fuck away from me. And I was like, that's the energy I would like for a daughter.
Oh my God.
One time I got drunk at a bar and went on a monologue about that dog. And my friend Jen recorded it.
I'm not surprised.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Not a girl.
Ooh.
Not yet a podcaster.
All I need is time. 'Cause
editing and money. And a quiet space to record my shit. Woo! Not a girl. Okay. Wow. Welcome. Welcome back.
Listeners, I hope you are ready because this is a movie. And Kate, Who are we?
Oh, Bridge, let me tell ya, and all y'all, it's been a hot minute. Listeners, we are The Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I started laughing on the ethical because then I thought about the weird plots in this movie. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And you know what I'm singing. Cause there's only one song in this movie. Yeah.
She wears all crop tops and low-rise jeans we hope don't come back in fashion.
Too much glitter and butterfly clips.
The blonde highlights are really crazy.
What is our movie, in case anyone's confused?
It's the 2002 one and only starring movie with Britney Spears, Crossroads.
Yeah, there apparently is another movie named Crossroads that you can easily find on streaming, and it's about cowboys, I think, and this movie is nowhere to be found. We had to do some illegal stuff, I think, to watch this.
So, typically, whenever we pick nostalgic movies in 2022, with all the streaming platforms, you can find the movie somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is like a mystery. Okay, here's my theory on that.
Give me the theory.
So, we're all up to speed on the conservatorship and Britney and free Britney, and now she's free and she's flying like a butterfly, possibly on a road trip with her two best friends.
Like a butterfly clip in the hair in the convertible. Yep.
And part of the fighting with all of that is really over her money and her music, her image, okay? So I'm wondering, did they like secretly get rid of this because then like they couldn't make money off of it, so they said let's ditch that stupid movie when like all the conservatorship went down?
Oh, they can't make money off of it because they don't get her money? Like she would get the money?
So if I simplified her whole like crazy court case, it was that her dad was like the middleman for all her money. So every time money wouldn't just flow to her bank account, it would like start with him, and then
he would take
he would take his cut or whatever all that sort of stuff is, and he still has to like go through legal teams. So I'm wondering, did he make some like business decisions and be like, you know what, people don't know, but Crossroads is the most streamed video of all time, and I make all this money, and I'm so mad at my daughter, I'm gonna take it off the internet.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's the most streamed movie of all time. But yeah, I could see that because, you know, fuck the patriarchy.
It's shady, right? It's shady.
If you followed like that whole timeline too, like the dad was very like, I'm gonna fight this, and like, no way, she totally still needs this in the beginning. And then after like a week or two, he did a complete 180 and like didn't really give a good reason for it. And he was just like, you know, she's fine now. And you're like, wait, it's been a week, what's different? And like, just, yeah, it's shifty. So I could see that.
I have no proof. I have no sources. I have no reason to believe this, but it is so weird in 2022. You cannot find the one and only movie of Britney Spears. Come on. I get that, like, it's not this amazing movie, but come on. There's so many Britney fans that would watch this.
Yeah, and she's not that terrible in it.
I want to talk about that. I think she's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw that out there.
The character's like a mousy girl, so that's like a perfect personality to give a first-time person doing an acting gig. Well, Bridge, we gotta summarize it, and sorry not sorry, I'm handing it to you, girl.
Hand me the mic.
Hand me the mic. I did make an Eminem reference in my notes because of Mimi, okay?
Before I obviously have my one sentence that I can't wait to read and probably screw up. But before I get there, Kate, we gotta talk about this cast of characters, because I think this is relevant to the plot.
Okay.
We have, obviously, the one and only Britney Spears. Fine. Okay. Then we have, as you alluded, Taryn Manning, who is Mimi, who is Orange is the New Black, who is Eminem's girlfriend, who is playing the same white trash character.
I know, why is she so
typecasted? She's freaking fantastic. I love her.
Yeah.
Then we have Zoe Saldana.
She was the best part of this movie. Best part of this movie.
Anyone seen Avatar? Anybody? Because there she is.
Y'all seen Star Trek? Y'all seen Guardians of the Galaxy and all that other shit?
That too.
Yeah, she's in those space movies too.
Well, I'm so glad Katie watches those. Then we have, as her father, Dan Aykroyd.
Didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming. Didn't like that it came, but it was there.
Veda is Britney Spears' sister. This is a My Girl reference. He is the dad of a daughter with a missing mother.
I did
Oh
think
my
of that.
God, such My Girl vibes.
I did think of that.
And then the biggest
Bridge.
surprise of all.
I wasn't
the
ready
most
for that one.
relevant. Due to the latest season of Sex and the City, I cannot. Britney Spears has an estranged mother. And they thought, you know who we should cast for this evil, estranged mother with maybe 5 minutes of scenes? Kim Cattrall.
She fucking, like...
What?
Here's my fan theory. This was somehow also in canon with Sex and the City, and that's really where Samantha was for the last season, when she ran away to Arizona to be a rich lady, and then Carrie Bradshaw is Britney Spears, and is like, hey, mom / former best friend, why did you abandon me? And she's like, because I didn't fucking want you in your trash show.
So you're saying in this alternate universe, Kim Cattrall doesn't have two sons like the movie. She has a whole nother Sex and the City in Canada series going on.
No, it's in Arizona Bridge. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, and then the last character that isn't as exciting, but I still think is cool, is her lab partner / might have sex boyfriend, Justin Long.
Was that a boyfriend?
We'll get there.
All right.
All of that is relevant.
And then there's a guy who nobody cares about, because we've never seen him again.
His name is Ben, and we don't know what he's acted or done. All right, 2002, folks. So I need you to lower your standards, because at this period in time, it wasn't 1993 movies. It wasn't 90s fashion. It wasn't 90s music. It was just, everything was like diluted, basically. So, starring Britney Spears, Crossroads is an inspired, fun-filled adventure taking risks, pursuing dreams, and making friendships that last. You cannot look this sassy as I'm reading it. You need to chill out.
Sorry. Okay.
Watch Lucy, aka Spears, as she and two childhood friends embark on a cross-country adventure that is sure to change their lives forever.
That's sure. Yep. All right. I won't forget it, I suppose.
I also would like to say, in my pursuit of trying to find this, Amazon used to have it. And I know that because there is over 1,400 reviews.
Oh, wow.
And it has like 4.5 stars.
Oh, that's higher than 3 stars out of 10. So that's good,
No.
I guess.
It's out of 5 in the streaming world.
It's like way higher.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like there is something shady about why we can't find Crossroads. As you would say, write a Reddit thread. Okay, I'm gonna get to the plot. It's been a while, so just give me a break as I warm up to this.
Okay.
So, Britney Spears' character is the valedictorian. She is a smarty pants, and we basically see her in high school getting ready for her graduation. Prior to this, there is a quick flashback to her childhood. I'd say, they're like 8, 9.
Whatever age they are, it's too young to be alone at night with shovels. That's the age.
And her little sister played her in that scene.
Oh, and that also gave me cringy because Jamie Lynn Spears was not supportive during the conservatorship trials. So we fucking hate her. So she can go fuck herself.
Leave Britney alone.
She got pregnant as a teenager. How about that?
So there's this flashback of these 3 friends, one being Britney, and they bury a time box, and they were like, we're gonna be best friends forever! And then it flashes forward to where they're not best friends. Wow.
LOL.
One thing I did not mention is the writer of this movie is the one and only Shonda Rhimes. Are you kidding me?
Listen,
Scandal. Grey's Anatomy.
I think these plot lines would have been better in a TV show, but shoving it into an hour and a half movie was...
I'm gonna stick up for Shonda Rhimes, because she's way too good that, she actually wrote this. I think this has a little sugary Britney Spears team coat on it.
Yeah.
Because some of the lines, it literally looks like got, just washed over with, we can't say the word alcohol, so let's say, what a great drink.
And they can't say the word penis. But, we all know you're talking about a penis.
I mean, so that was the best part of early 2000s, is, penis jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, get out. So, with these 3 friends that are not friends anymore, we fast forward to graduation, and we learn very quickly that they're completely different people. And one of them, Britney Spears, is the valedictorian. She's a super smarty pants, but she didn't really live. She's a virgin. She didn't really do much. And, she's just complaining to her dad, as Veda did in My Girl, listen, Dan Aykroyd, I don't even know who my mom is. What did I do? I didn't do it. I didn't go to parties. Like, and he's like, what do you mean you worked hard? You're going to go to college and be a doctor. And she's like, ugh, whatever. Then you go to Taryn Manning, aka Mimi. And well, Mimi's just a super pregnant high school girl who kind of gives off white trash vibes. And I don't know, she's the only one that's like, hey friends, let's be friends again. And you're like, wow, that's like a lot of effort to be the glue when you have a lot going on, aka you're pregnant.
And I don't think Mimi has parents, or we don't know.
Mimi doesn't have parents.
She's the only one who we don't see her parents.
We
so
think
bye.
we know who the father is. We don't. Lots of shady stuff. We'll get into that. And then Zoe, aka Kit, which I thought was a very weird name for her personality, is the cool, popular girl that has this boyfriend in college, and she's kind of a snob, and she seemed to live up high school. Okay. So Mimi's like, hey man, we made a pact that we gotta dig up this time box. And they're like, what? Who are you? I don't know who you are. We haven't talked in 4 years. But somehow they all stop what they're doing on basically prom night and go and dig up this box. Because why? It's a 2002 movie. Shonda Rhimes, let's discuss, did that get written by Britney's father? Did we have to fix that? Anyways, so they open it, and then Mimi says, hey, you know what? I didn't tell you guys this, but I'm driving to California with a murderer. We'll get there. And I'm going to audition and be a singer. And they're like, say what, girl? And then she's like, yeah, you want to come? And they're like, no, we have lives. Get out of here. And then somehow, without a lot of convincing,
there's no convincing.
They all show up to the car trip, and we're in the car. This guy that is driving is somehow friends with Mimi. We don't really know how. They end up basically like having friends of friends together, and he has a car, and he's just driving them all for free. They barely have money. No one's made a plan, and we just drive. And I gotta tell you, Kate, I've been on some cross-country road trips, and like, this is kind of lame. Like, they didn't really like do as much cool stuff. Like, he wouldn't let them listen to music.
Yeah.
They were in a convertible for that long, and on high speeds, they're all getting bugs in their eyes. They're all getting like bugs in their teeth.
I didn't know how Britney's bucket hat didn't fly away.
Exactly.
Okay.
And how did their hair look flawless all the time? That's not what happens in
No.
a convertible. But they eventually make stops along the way, and they start to kind of remember why they were friends. And then they do what like a lot of early high school girls do, which is like share trauma, thinking it's like fun, but it's like really messed up trauma.
And they're all like, that's so sad. Don't talk to a therapist or the police. Anyway, yay, friends. You're
Yes.
like, oh.
Yeah, this is the ethical part of wowzers. I'm going to sum it up. Britney Spears' problem is she doesn't know her mom. She goes to find out who her mom is Kim Cattrall, and she's like, bitch, I'm in Arizona, and
She's
I don't
like,
want
I'm
you.
over Sex in the City. Leave me
like,
alone.
Leave me alone. So Britney basically is told she's a mistake. That's really sad and very dramatic.
Yeah.
Then we go to Zoe, and Zoe finds out that her college boyfriend is totally having sex with all these other girls, but why did he propose to her, Kate? That made it dramatic, okay? And then, not only do we find it, but Mimi goes with her, and they share a weird look, and she says, what's going on, Mimi? Why are you looking at my ex-boyfriend, or my boyfriend that way? And then she finds out that the boyfriend raped her. What?
He's a rapist.
Okay.
It's not funny, but what?
And not only did he rape her, but he is the one that got her pregnant. What? It turned into Jerry Springer. But guess what? There's more. There's more. You think I can keep going on this plot? Oh, I'm going. Because in the midst of this surprise, she happens to be at the top of a stairs, which, by the way, this was like an early 2000s plot. Anyone pregnant is trying to fall down the stairs.
Don't go upstairs.
And she
down.
did fall down the stairs, and she did lose the baby. And all in all, Kate, for Taryn Manning to be the ringleader, to get these friends together, to get them all the way to California, to lose her baby, to deal with her rapist, okay, and then not even audition, where is the justice for her?
Yeah.
First of all, they did what they did with Eminem. They had a lot of incredible actors around Britney Spears doing incredible acting, but the plot was wild, because after it's all said and done, basically Britney's like, you know what? I'm not yet a girl, or I'm not yet a woman.
Not yet a woman, even though I'm 18, so I'm definitely a woman, but it's
Even
fine.
though I'm 18, so I'm going to tell Dan Aykroyd I'm staying in California and I'm going to sing karaoke. And he's like, wow, you're pretty good. Good luck. And then that was the movie.
And then he cries, and I was like, whoa, too much. Relax.
Wow, this has been a while. How'd I do?
That was great, Bridge.
Wow, thanks.
That was good. I mean,
Wow.
it's, it's not too crazy of a plot.
No, it's not. I mean, is that it? Did we just say it all?
Well, okay, there are some things I want to point out that I feel like as we go through might come up. And the first being, this was an MTV Films production.
Ooh.
I mean, there were other studios, but like, I want to point that out because there were things that came up that made me wonder if there was subliminally some MTV Films, like, promotions. So, for example, Mimi's pregnant. She's a teen. Was this for Teen Mom? Also, I realize now that I don't think Teen Mom came out in 2002, but like, were they setting themselves up for that?
See, I thought, because isn't 8 Mile on MTV Films too?
Oh, it probably is.
So I
think it is.
I thought they were like, we need to put Eminem's girlfriend in Britney because Britney and Eminem got beef because he just came out with that song talking about Britney.
What? Oh my god, and then one time, like, they sing an NSYNC song in the movie, and I was like, is Britney still dating Justin, or did we cry a river yet?
No, she's at the height of dating Justin
Whoa.
before she cried a river, and that's why she's singing NSYNC, but ironically, she's singing Bye Bye Bye. Katie, should she have paid attention?
No, I liked where you were going with that. That was great. That was so wonderful. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, and also I read that, like, you know, she wrote in that notebook, that's like her character personality. So all she wrote was like Justin and Britney, because at the time she was like so in love.
Oh no.
With Justin. And I'm like, oh my god, I
honey.
hope she burned those in like a ceremony after it was all said
I hope
and done.
she sold them for lots of money on eBay. Jesus.
I don't think she needs money, but okay.
So was she under the conservatorship when this movie came out?
I don't think so, because I think this was like, I'm good, and like, you know, and we hear little tidbits, of her being like, you know, like, what's that last song that played? It was like,
it was, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do-do-do, I'm a girl,
yes.
Who I am.
And it's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like, I'm so, it's like, she goes, I'm so damn protected. And I kept thinking, like, she's telling us, she's like, I'm about to shave my head in a couple years. Justin's not as great. No. Shit's going down. And no one was listening, Kate.
Yeah. I mean, I listened, but I didn't know what was going on.
But no, this is when she's really at her, like, peak, like, super popularity, and she's 19, Kate. I mean, my heart.
That's so wild.
My heart.
All right, well, we start off with, 10 or under year olds alone at night, in secret, with shovels, digging in the dirt. It's normal. We all did it, right?
Very Now and Then vibes.
It is, but like, I don't know, they were cooler for some reason, and I can't explain why. And all I wrote about this scene was, hey, Jamie Lynn Spears, you bitch, and then I go, this is the worst kid acting ever, and then I moved on.
You're so harsh with kid actors. I almost feel like you could play, like, a funny casting director that's mean to kids. Like, I would hire you for that.
I feel bad if I was, like, mean to kids in, like, real time, but, you know, when they're not around, I could do it.
But, like, funny mean, you know?
Yeah, as long as everyone knows it's a joke, yes. Okay, and then I wrote, Britney's already half naked, because we see her, like,
well, okay.
Is this, okay.
Okay.
Let's take a poll. Who, when they were a senior in high school, would eat their cereal in lingerie and cowboy hats in your room? Because I don't think I had that experience personally.
Anyone? I wrote, first scene, she's in her underwear, how 2002.
Is it though? Because I feel like that still happens. And I'm like,
well,
wait,
no, but this is, okay, let's go back to, like, something about Mary. Like, there was total exploitation to, you are literally just a body. We'll get to your personality and talking later. But even before she says a word, I mean, it was like underwear, boy shirts, and like a bra, spaghetti strap bra. I mean,
like, what were we supposed to learn from that scene? That she can sing, kind of? Like, did she need to be naked? Did there need to be cereal? I don't think we needed any of that.
Okay,
personally.
well, the cereal was somewhat relevant because the spoon became a microphone, and then we kind of learned she was kind of a singer, even though her dad wanted her to be a doctor, Kate.
You're so right.
But no, she didn't need to be naked for that.
No.
But don't worry, because we quickly realized, holy cow, this is not a porn, because Dan Aykroyd comes with that wild side part again, and he really... really sobers us up, okay?
It's just very long after Ghostbusters. Yep.
Holy cow. He just runs in and he's like, when I saw Dan Aykroyd, I was like, oh my god, this is no, if this is a movie trivia question, if you listed off random people that are like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, you just listed random people, no one would ever think this was her dad.
I would have never.
Never.
That's what, this was one of the things that made me question if I've actually seen this movie before. And I'm
because
like,
why would you forget that? Because he's somewhat an important character.
And it is kind of creepy too how like the whole relationship with them is like, Dad, you're always like making decisions for me and controlling my life. And I'm like, Brittany, do you want to talk about it? Because I'm a little worried about it. And did her dad write that subplot? Because I'm scared and I hate it.
Oh my god, and Dan Aykroyd consistently plays this dad. Coneheads, My Girl, this movie. Wow.
That's weird.
Is he friends with Britney's dad? Okay, anyways. All right.
Well, we meet Justin Long pretty quickly, too, and I didn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just monologuing about something, and I don't think Britney was listening. And then we kind of see all the other girls, right? Like, they're like, okay, everyone's in high school. Look, that girl's pregnant. Weird. Anyone want to help her carry books? No? Okay.
You know the whole show not tell? That didn't exist. Everything was tell.
Yeah.
So you see Mimi being pregnant, and then she runs into Zoe's character, and Zoe's like, "Oh, you're pregnant. Get out of here." It's like, yeah, we know. And then literally the next scene, she's like, "I'm so popular." You're like, okay, we also get that. Like, you didn't need to keep telling us the plot.
And then she literally runs into Britney Spears, and she, for some reason, calls her a virgin?
Yes!
What are we, hocus pocus? Get out of here. Ridiculous.
I think that was some Clueless. You're a virgin who can't drive.
Oh, that could have been Clueless too, yeah.
But somehow we get past all that because we quickly fast forward to a graduation, prom, and then this time capsule box. And that was a wild 24 hours, Kate.
I don't know. How do you guys have the time? Because I'm tired.
I mean, Katie and I were just talking about how do we get our hair to look normal, and they had like 3 hair looks, and they were digging up things in their prom outfits.
Yeah. And Mimi rolls up to prom, not in a dress, and I go, why the fuck is pregnant Mimi here? And then I was like, oh, it's to awkwardly do exposition and try to recruit everyone to come dig in the dirt. What? And she's so weird about it. She's like, are you coming or what? And they're all like, what are you talking about? She's like, remember like 18 years ago when we were fetuses and we dug a box? Do you remember? I'm like, is this how you say that? Okay.
I don't know, but one of the best lines is I really actually like loved her character. She was saying to the girls, like, listen, I'm gonna go to California and I really want to be a singer. And Zoe goes, what do you think you're gonna be? Just this big fat pregnant singer? And I'm like, again, we can see with our eyes, movie. We don't need to. I swear, I think Shonda Rhimes wrote a completely different script that we need to find. Because isn't Britney Spears' dad Jamie? Isn't he also Jamie?
Yeah, that's what her sister's named after.
Gross. So I think her father, Jamie, was like, let me look at that, and then rewrote the whole thing, and that's who ruined the movie, because we're just going to blame everything on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that line made me laugh so hard. You should be a big, fat, pregnant singer? I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? Because Cardi B, Lizzo, okay, 2020 proved they can do that. Okay?
Yeah.
Why can't you?
And this was also a subplot of Degrassi, but I digress. Don't worry, everyone. We're not going to go down the Degrassi route. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, so somehow... Oh, and also in here is a really uncomfortable scene where Justin Long and Britney Spears might have sex in a room above our prom. What?
Okay.
Who paid for that? I would like to know.
I guess the movie, I'm going to just assume, let's blame it on also Britney's dad, but that's gross. So we'll blame it on like lawyers. Okay. They were like, all right, so Britney's already been naked in at least 1 minute of the movie. And as 10 minutes go by, we need her to be naked again. And they're like, okay, we mentioned she's a virgin. We have Justin Long. We're going to have her be naked again. And then she basically like denies him. She friend zones him really hard after already being naked, already making the decision.
She does like a strip tease and she's like, I'm so awkward. I was like, bitch, you know you're not. Try again.
And I know this is a stereotype, Kate, but like the valedictorians of schools don't also look like super beautiful pop stars. It was a little hard to believe she was all these things and no one thought she was cool. It's like, yeah, come on.
And then Justin Long made a list of reasons why they should bone.
And being a lab partner for 3 years is a lot of trust, Kate.
Is it? Or is that...
I thought that's just seating assignments. I could be wrong.
I'm not really sure about that.
Could be wrong.
And then I wrote again, also, who paid for this fucking room? Because I would like to know. And then Lucy is like, anyway, bye. Oh my god, and I have this line in here too, Bridge. Fucking Mimi, as she's leaving prom by herself all sad, not in a dress. Some guy comes out and he goes, how's the fetus? Sir! What the fuck kind of question is that?
I am so mad nobody asked me that when I'm pregnant.
Are you
How
kidding
come
me?
you, Kate, how come you never asked me how the fetus is?
Because I'm not an idiot. What the fuck? Oh my god. And I go, yeah, punch him in the face. And then she does.
I really wanted Eminem to show up in this movie. I mean...
Oh my god, imagine if he just appeared in that moment and punched that guy in the face and then left and didn't say anything.
Or like
That
at
would
the
be
end,
really cool.
if like everything gets ruined in Mimi's life, but he's like, I don't know, like a nurse flirting with her. I mean, can you imagine?
Wait, that would have been really awesome. And then he's like, I'm also international recording artist Eminem. And I would believe it in a 2002 movie. Not gonna lie.
I would too.
Oh boy.
Wow. Have we lost the plot? Okay, we're going to California.
Okay, well they're on the road trip now, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
we ignore Stranger Ben. He also played guitar at prom.
Oh.
And there was a little bit of the rumor that he was a murderer and went to jail. But Zoe thinks it's fine to get in a car with him. Mimi also knows that he went to jail and also thinks he's a murderer. Doesn't say anything. I'll give Britney Spears credit that she doesn't learn till later that he could be a murderer. But we all just say thanks for the ride. And I don't know, when you're 19, do you do that? Maybe I did do that. Maybe I was like, yeah, cool, I'll take a free ride. I'm poor and like you're cute.
I'm gonna give that one a pass because
Yeah.
I think I might have done something dumb like that too at one point.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'd be like, let's do it for the story, guys. If we make it out, it'll be fun to tell parties. I don't know.
But I highly recommend not doing a road trip in a convertible. I don't think it looks that cute, like how they had it. Mm-mm.
And it's loud, and like people are trying to write in notebooks, and that's flying away. Your bucket hat is gone. I don't want to hear it. There's no more bucket hat, okay?
I don't want to hear it. When I was looking up fun facts, they were like, one of the fun facts is like Britney Spears wears a bucket hat unironically in this movie.
Yeah! Why?
Wow.
Oh no.
Okay, honestly, best part about road trips, snacks. They don't get those till later.
Ugh.
Music. Ben controls the music, which this entire soundtrack was terrible.
It was like weird rock music, but like that no one's heard of, and I was like, I don't get it.
Oh my god, it was so bad. The only thing that saved it, Kate, which would save any road trip, is the one and only Shania Twain.
Oh, feel like a woman. Well, that's when Ben is like catatonic in the back seat. So
Which, that was weird.
that was a bump
Okay,
scene.
but we have things that happen on a road trip, and this might have happened to me, and I ate saltine crackers for a while, which is you have no money. You have no money to pay for gas, no money to sleep anywhere, no money to eat.
Yay!
And, yeah, so they have to, and I might be jumping, but this is when they get to New Orleans, right? Because they have to make money, and once again, Mimi is like, I got an idea, right?
The car breaks down.
Yes, okay.
They're in Louisiana, but so the car breaks down, and then Brittany is like, I know cars, and everyone's like, wow, but like that doesn't really mean anything for the plot or help anyone, because they still need to get money to pay for the car shit, but nobody has money.
Well,
because we don't plan things, but then Mimi had her plan.
well, okay, Brittany and Ben are starting to flirt at this point. So I think
Yeah.
the car knowledge thing was like, wow, not only are you super smart, beautiful, a famous pop singer, you also know cars? Wow. I'm just a murderer that went to jail, but we're totally matched. We love people.
Same level. Yep. Definitely. So this is now, and they're in NOLA, which like, oh, thank God we went somewhere fun. Let me tell you.
memories. Why did we not get on stage, do karaoke in slutty outfits, and make a lot of money?
I don't remember half of our time in New Orleans, so for all we know, we might have done that. Who knows? But this is a cool karaoke contest. Everybody could just get money immediately? Like, does this exist? Because I don't think it does.
I don't know, but I just remember we definitely drank a lot, but I was like there as like older sister, so I was like, okay, we're not flashing our boobs. This isn't the vibe. It's
No,
me and
we
my
definitely
sister.
didn't do that.
We didn't
No.
flash boobs. We got beads, but we didn't flash boobs. But my way of like getting around that was like, we're gonna eat everything. I think you were like, Bridget, I can't keep eating. And I was like, yes, you can. And that's so when we do the line of second breakfast.
Yep, and the Gandalf's raving in the corner. We all know it. Yeah.
Okay, but in their New Orleans experience, there's no shots. They somehow get into a bar and they're all like high school age. How about him counting money on the bar? I'm like, how did that not get stolen?
I don't know. I would have stolen it.
I would have stolen it too. I would have been like, look over there, and then grab the money.
So this is, okay, so again, we're set up where Mimi is like, I'm a singer and I'm a great singer and I'm gonna do great at singing. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to hear Mimi sing karaoke, I guess, because she's gonna be the lead singer. And then, Britney Spears and Zoe are in the back and there's just gonna be backups. But then, Mimi starts, are you ready for this? This is my Eminem reference. Mimi starts choking now. Everybody's choking now. Let's run out. That's what happens to Mimi. She has an 8 Mile moment.
She definitely choked. And she's like, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. And then Britney, who just is good at all things, which in the beginning of the movie, I was like, is she everything? Come on. But somehow throughout the movie, I was like, she is good at everything. She is going to save them because the two of them were so good at being like hot messes.
Yeah.
And she came in to like, all right, guys, let me call my dad. All right, let me do the budgeting. All right, let me do the singing. And I'm like, I believe it, Britney. You can do all. You can do it.
She was the only one given a crop top. Like, Zoe could have been given a crop top. But
definitely.
Like, we can't take it away from Britney, I guess. So we didn't. But she goes and sings, and it's so great. And I'm sorry, isn't that like the worst karaoke song?
The worst.
It's so flat. I'm just like, I guess I could clap to it, but...
So much has been done on Britney Spears. We know so much now than we did at 2002.
Yeah.
But her, like, singing pipes?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it, like, oh, baby, baby. It's like, all right, that was the height of her having to, like, have this muted auto-tune type singing. But she can sing! And they could have, like, let her sing in this movie. I don't know, it's just everything in this whole movie is just muted, is diluted, is just, let Britney be Britney.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, they get a lot of money. Britney gets manhandled. Again, probably in real life, which we hate.
In 2002, you and I are at a bar. We're dancing. Men used to do this.
I mean, they still do. They're disgusting.
Oh, you think they still just grind up on you? I feel like they have a little bit more of like, well, I should take... No? It's still just as bad? Nothing has changed in 20 years?
I haven't been to that type of bar since pre-pandemic, but like, probably going to experience that again, and I'm going to hate it again.
So I don't know if you remember, but we taught Mary, as sisters, a way to combat men that dance with you and you don't want it.
Do you hit him in the balls? Is that what you taught?
No.
What did we teach her?
No, but I think I also taught you this too, is when you need space around you, you have to do the crazy dance. Do you remember this? Where you whip...
I do remember that.
You whip your hair.
That's true.
And you really dance like terribly, but it's mainly so others don't get hit by you. And they're like, they're such a bad dancer, we should give her space, and then you actually don't get raped. So that's being a woman.
Isn't that really great for women? Yep, that's how we have to live. So she gets manhandled, but don't worry, guys, because Britney has a man looking out for her. That's the only way she can handle these situations. And he saves her, and wow, everything's great. And then, fucking at one point, Ben turns to Britney, and he goes, I'm not mad at you for what happened. What the fuck would you be mad at her? What did she do? She did this shit. You shouldn't be mad at her.
I'm sorry, but she saved everybody. She got the money. She went up there looking like a hoe, okay?
Yeah.
Carrying everything on her back, basically gets dance raped. She didn't do anything, Kate.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's weird. And then Ben leaves, so bye. We don't need you.
Also,
Goodbye.
okay, let's do some math here. His radiator was busted or something. So to get a new one was $350, okay? Not only did they get the money for that, but then they had enough money to get this like baller hotel room, all the gas in the world, all the food. I'm like, did y'all make like $2,000 at this karaoke bar?
I don't know about it. I'm feeling like a no.
They bawled out. And this was also where they couldn't mention the word penis or alcohol. What kind of cool girl sleepover is this without profanity?
I don't know, but they were like drinking it, and we knew you were drinking alcohol because y'all talked about how you were drunk and hungover, but you didn't say drunk and hungover, but like we knew you were, and like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And Zoe's like, a mini bar. And then Brittany's like, wow, this is great juice. And you're like, And Terry Manning's like, I don't drink. And everyone's like, well, obviously you're pregnant. And she's like, but no, in general, I don't drink. And you're like, oh, well, whatever. That's cool. No, you know why I don't drink? And you're like, oh my God. And she goes into her rape story.
Yeah, because it can't just be because you're 18 or you're not interested. It has to be because of trauma. That's the only way.
So this is such a girl thing, though, that there's like, at this like high school age, there's sleepovers. And then there's like the most dramatic stories of all the saddest parts of your life. Zoe's got a fat shaming mother that sent her to fat camp.
Oh, this is the MTV reference I wanted to make. Do you remember that show on MTV that was literally called Fat Camp? MTV's Fat Camp?
Oh God, no! I don't remember it. I
no,
probably
Bridget,
blacked it out.
It was like a reality show, and basically they just focused on all the kids like dating each other. And I was kind of into it at the time, but I'm sure if I watched it now, I would be repulsed. But like, I feel like that was around this time, and I wonder if it was like, because like, what a weird backstory. That's the backstory you pick for her. It just seems weird, doesn't it?
My God, I think
it's a little subliminal messaging.
I love that, and you know, every shot of Britney Spears was literally like her stomach between her crop tops and her low-rise jeans, and then Zoe's plot of like, my mom hates me because I'm fat. I'm like, this is so 2002. It is so
weird.
Let's get this straight. Your mom calling you a mistake, getting raped and being pregnant, and then being fat was all on the same level. Are you out of control? Lizzo would have bitch slapped this script.
Yeah, listeners, those are not on the same level.
Oh my God.
You are young and learning about life. Yeah, no. Woo. What the fuck?
Wow. But they bonded, and then they're like, hey, why aren't we friends? It's like, because you're three totally different people.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I don't know.
That's life.
But they bonded, Kate. And then Brittany's like, let me go see my mom, Kim Cattrall, who hates me.
Well, before this, though, this is where we have our Bob scene, Bridge.
Oh, no. What was it?
Ben falls asleep in the back seat. And LOL, we spend 5 minutes laughing about how we're going to steal his keys and drive away, even though Ben said we can't drive the car because we're women. And Ben was like the worst. He was the worst. I'm sorry. And then he wakes up as they're driving. They're like, hey, Ben, we're driving safe, because like what? And he literally has a temper tantrum in the desert, Bridge.
Kate, what did this remind you of his temper
Little
tantrum?
Miss Sunshine.
Wow.
Except that was a better tantrum reason than this bullshit.
Yes.
Like a world's difference. And then they're like, Brittany, go talk to him. Like, you do it. And she's fine. And she goes over. And the reason he's tantruming is because he's been around girls. And he goes, I've had to hear all your girl music. Ben, you've been controlling the radio, so that's automatically, you're wrong. So try again.
He goes, I'm a guy. We're like, uh-huh. And I've been around girls. So many girls listening to you talk girl stuff. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure no one can fucking hear each other in a convertible going 100 miles an hour on the speedway, sir.
And you don't even know how to fix your car without Britney, because she, again, is saving everybody.
And she's a girl. And I don't get it. It was the worst. That was not a Shonda Rhimes writing moment, I don't think.
Shonda, we know it wasn't you. We know it was Jamie, her father, that ruined everything, and we'll continue to blame him. Okay? But this scene of rolling up to Kim Cattrall's Arizona mansion and her, the coldest place in Arizona, basically saying, Lucy, you're a mistake. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And they didn't show us that conversation, which I don't know if I would have liked it better the other way, but you basically learn about what they talked about when you see Britney again, because she rolls up to their hotel room sad and rained on, and wham, so sad, and then she sits on the bathroom floor sad and cries sad, and that's when you hear about it, and it's sad, but you know.
By the way, rewind and drink every time Katie says sad.
Yep.
But don't worry, because it gets worse. How does it get worse? Because simultaneously, Zoe's like, listen, let's go sightsee. Mimi's like, hell yeah, because I'm always down even though I'm pregnant and whatever. And Brittany's like, I'm too sad. And Ben's like, I'm trying to have sex with her, so get out of here, okay? And they do.
They bone.
They bone and whatever. Okay, she's not a virgin anymore and we don't make that a big plot? Okay, fine.
It is a whatever.
Okay, but Zoe's like, hey, boyfriend that I basically drove across country, you want to see me? And he's like, no, maybe tomorrow. And she's like, wait, what? And then she does what I think is a smart move, is she drives right to his apartment. And she's like, this motherfucker better see me. And Mimi, the angel that she is not mentioning that she got raped by this guy?
So, okay. Let's talk about this.
Like, what, psychologically, Kate, what's happening?
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So, I had no fucking idea.
Me either.
The boyfriend was going to also be the rapist.
Yes. No idea.
There's a lot of thes happening here. Okay. So, Mimi, I think, did know that it was Zoe's boyfriend. And that's why I think when they were driving there, she's like, no, turn around. And Zoe's like, no, we're going to go. Like, I think it was because she knew that it was going to get figured out.
Yeah.
And he was a rapist. But, like, what? There's nothing, I don't even know what to say. I'm just making faces at this point because I don't understand.
The only clue we have is back in New Orleans. Mimi's like, yeah, man, I just remember being really drunk at a party, and this is why I don't drink, and this man with a blue beer bottle was the bad, scary man, and he gave me a ride home, and everyone's like, all right. Zoe, like a freaking detective, literally looks at him drinking the blue beer bottle in this scene, and then looks back at Mimi and says, oh my God.
He's the only man who drinks blue beer bottles.
No other blue beer bottles. It has to be him, my fiance. Oh my God. And Mimi's like, what? And falls down the fucking stairs.
I fucking cannot. I was like, beat him up, punch him in the face, and I was like, yeah. And then my notes go, oh, Jesus Christ, how pregnant ladies are falling down the stairs. It's horrible.
I gotta say, this plot was really sad. Because
it's so sad.
I think this makes me really, really, okay. I think what they were trying to do is be like, being a teen mom is bad and her falling down the stairs is sad, but we also did her a favor. That was the vibe I got.
I hate that.
And I hated it because she did a scene where she was like, I decided to keep the baby.
Oh my God, that was such a good scene.
I was like,
well acted.
Fantastic acting.
Yeah.
And it made me cry, Kate. I cried.
Aww.
In Britney Spears' Crossroads because, well, one, I just had a baby, but also I thought like, man, this is like, I mean, Orange is the New Black. Like, she's a very serious actor.
Yeah.
And, you know, she carried a lot of the, I don't know. So you liked Zoe in this movie more as a character?
I thought she was the best, but Mimi was close second.
Okay, because I was feeling Mimi. But wow, after all of that, no one tells Brittany about this trauma. And then they're just like, this is bad. You know, I called my dad. He flew here. He's very stern and angry, and we need to all go home. And they're like, wow, what a trip. What an ending. And I was like, this was the worst road trip ever.
Meanwhile, Ben is not anywhere to be anywhere. And he's like, guys, I'm looking for a band for this audition.
That's all he did.
For Mimi, who's in the hospital.
He literally took Brittany's virginity and then just went and tried to find strangers.
A band.
For
like
a band.
He's just like soliciting in the streets of LA.
Like,
sir?
What?
Hello?
But he did write the lyric, the music to Britney Spears' song. That was her poem.
He did find a piano and,
Yeah, but let's skip over that.
Okay.
And then in every awful movie, we're in a taxi. It's the end of the movie. And she says, I'm going to stick up to Dan Aykroyd, and just runs in the middle of the street into Ben's arms and gives him a smoochie. And then she says, screw you, Dan. I'm staying in Cali.
My exact notes for this moment. Brittany is like, don't control me, Dad. Bye. Not a girl. And she runs out of the taxi.
And then, because they had to have more singing scenes with her, they end on her singing the epic song in a shirt that couldn't possibly have more fabric on her sleeves. She literally looks like the personification of a butterfly. I can't.
Yes, I wrote, this is a crop top with bat wings?
I'm sorry, Kate, but
this?
if you were like, let's go out and do karaoke, and I was like, hold on, and I came out with a crop top with sleeves that had fabric for days, What would you do? What would you do?
I would rip off the sleeves and I would start wrapping them around the other parts of your body that are cold, because I know you're going to be cold in that outfit. There's no way.
Oh my god, every outfit in this movie, I was like cringing because it was my like 8th grade to senior in high school outfits. Like it was like this combination of like big giant fleeces and sweatpants and then like crop tops and low-rise jeans. There was no in between. It was either we're super naked or we're like totally covered up in snuggles. And, oh my god, I've never laughed harder at the outfits. As you know, I like to look at. Wow, but Kate, whoo, would you watch this or don't watch this?
I love Britney. I do, but like, I don't think I'd watch it again.
Oh, okay. So
I might watch it with like someone who's never seen it, because I think that is always a fun experience.
Okay.
But not by myself. And not that might give my computer a sketchy virus, because I really like had to do some digging to find this.
Here's how I think this could be saved. I think Britney should do what Taylor Swift did and re-record all of the things she's done. Because if she did this movie again on her own terms, it's like, Shonda, it's my turn. I own everything. No controlling dad. And like explains more of like the plots of the movie. It could be a really awesome movie.
Yeah, I think that would help. Or if it was like well, I guess it would be like a sequel where they're all like older and it's like, we lost friendship again. We gotta go on a road trip again. But this time it's like not fucking stupid and nobody has babies that die and trauma. Yay.
Exactly.
What about you, Bridge? Would you watch or don't watch?
It might be good to watch once, but like don't have high expectations. So I'm in more of the don't watch.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did. And you know what? Now I know about Dan Aykroyd and Kim Cattrall. So there we go. Oh my god, Kate, but you know what?
What?
We gotta keep moving forward.
Woo!
Okay? Because I'm not a podcast. Not yet okay. Well, anyways,
yeah. Same, I think. I'm not sure.
But are you ready for a movie?
Yes.
Okay, and I feel like as you mentioned last year, we did Musical March, and I am pulling a Britney, and I'm not going to do that.
Not a girl. Not yet.
Okay.
Choice.
You can't control me, Dad. So this was somewhat of a listener pick that I would argue this listener didn't truly follow the rules because they requested in one request about 10 movies.
Oh, I could take guesses who that was.
So we're not going to name that person until they clean up their act, okay? So you're a secret, and you know who you are, and you know what you did. But you had a great movie recommendation, and this brings nostalgia back. Not 2002 nostalgia, which we learned is not the greatest.
Something.
But this is 1994 nostalgia.
Ooh.
And Kate, this was a movie we watched in the car a lot. Meaning we could probably pick the cover art to this VHS tape. If I give you the star, you're going to know the movie.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. We've done a movie in the past with this star.
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh.
But this is him a little older. This is him a little wiser.
Oh.
Okay? This is him, I want to say without Dan Aykroyd, but he never was in a movie with Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
This is a comedy, as you say. I want to see if there's any, like, surprise famous people. Well, his younger brother, Rory, who I love on Succession, is in this.
Okay.
But, you know, in today's world, I imagine when Elon Musk's kid grows up, they'll be very much like Macaulay Culkin in this movie.
Oh, dear.
This is the epic American comedy film, I already said, Richie Rich.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow, we did watch this movie a lot in the car.
A lot. And all I remember from this movie is the cool human slingshot that he had
it was
in
like
his
a cannon.
Oh my god. So I imagine Billy Madison was Macaulay Culkin before he grew up and decided not to do anything. Because this character appreciated his wealth back then. And then he probably grew up into be Billy Madison. What do we think?
Yeah. And there's a lot of product placements in this movie.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Because he has his own McDonald's? No way! That's the exact line from the movie.
This is like really sad, but this is like so America. It's like the rich kid comes to hang out with like poor kids, and then he's only cool because of his money. Okay.
I think there's also a lot of like stereotypes for children.
Oh,
it's like
no.
one girl, a black kid, one fat guy, and then probably other.
Benny
So
the
like,
Jet from the
Great.
Sandlot.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
A good pick, though. I have not watched this in years, so this will be interesting.
Oh my god. And isn't there like some Mount Rushmore weird shit going on with this movie too?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the America coming back, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well, Bridge.
Yes.
I just want to say, if you were looking for your mom, who I guess is also my mom,
Backfire.
we go to Arizona and to a mansion. How we knew the address, we don't know, but we knew it.
We knew it.
And we find Kim Cattrall. I would say, you know what, Kim? I get it. You don't want any more Sex in the City. You don't want us. It's too painful. It's fine. But, like, send us some money, too. Love you, bye. And then I would force you to leave. And we'd go to California. We'd go to New Orleans.
I only have fabric for my sleeves and not the rest of my shirt, Kim. Can I have money?
She can't afford clothing to cover her midriff, Kim.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Well, Kate.
Yeah, Bridge.
If we did the refilming with the one and only Britney Spears and Shonda Rhimes, how it should have been.
Yeah.
And they are deciding what car to pick. We're going to either not have a convertible or put the top up. Okay. And we're going to be honest about everything, even the car.
Yeah. I like space, so, bigger, better.
That's true. There isn't any, like, captain seats. There's nothing.
If I'm wearing a bucket hat, it's not flying away. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that. Well, wow.
Oh, well, and listeners, if you also love Kim Cattrall, support her
and
working
Dan
decisions.
Aykroyd's your dad.
Dan Aykroyd's your dad. And if you think that going on a road trip in a convertible is the dumbest idea, you should write us a review.
Hey!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts along with some other podcasting apps. You can also review us on Spotify by clicking a number of stars. You can't leave words yet, but please do that. Take the time to do that. It's very appreciated. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. Oh, so this movie was a listener pick. Oopsie. Sorry, we forgot to say that. It was picked by Julie, I think.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No, it was picked by somebody else that I'm not naming because they didn't follow the rules, Kate.
No, Crossroads was picked by Julie.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. It was. Sorry, Jewel. Yes, this is Julie. I love you, Julie. Thank you.
Oh, I love her.
And Julie went on the website, scrolled down the main page, and filled out the form. So if you would like to request a movie, you can do that on our website. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
I want to say buy us coffee, but you need to buy us gas. A new radiator. A top to this convertible. A shirt
that's normal size.
Fits. Not having to do slutty karaoke in New Orleans to pay for things. We will accept all forms of money to replace those things.
Yes.
Okay? And honestly, we could even just start a GoFundMe at this point to do the new Britney Spears Crossroads movie.
I feel like people would donate to that.
I feel like they would, and I think that we could come up with like a new name. Like, I want
butterfly clips or something. I don't know. Something.
Like, I wanted to make like a alliteration, like not crossroads, but like uncontrolled crossroads, or like, like
crossroads on
free
fire.
Roads?
What?
Free roads? How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Free riding roads.
Fuck your dad roads? I hated how that came out.
That was
so
definitely rated PG-13. But you get the point. You know what? You liked it. You wrote a review, and you're like, what else? What else could I give these women? Then you cha-ching, send that dollar, and we will talk about dollar with Richie Rich next week.
Woo! All right. So check all that out, and we hope to hear from you. Well, we'll see y'all next week for Richie Rich.
A 1, a 2. A 1, 2, 3. I'm not a good girl. Not yet a
Richie Rich.
All I need is time to sing my real voice and fuck my dad's control.
Crop tops are cool. Okay.
All right, I love you.
I love you.
It's been nice to be back.
Yes.
Wow.
It
I feel
has.
like a whole new person again.
Woo!
All right. Love you
Love
so
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'veseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.